congratulate this great country for being blessed with the caliber of leaders you have, the president who just spoke very passionately about entrepreneurship, and the prime minister who is Mr. Entrepreneurship. Yesterday, when I came in, I had the privilege of meeting with His Excellency, the Prime Minister. I also had the privilege of being hosted to dinner alongside my other friends here by the Prime Minister. And in my conversation with the Prime Minister yesterday, he spoke nothing but how his government, himself, the country, are working very hard to support you, the young people, men and women of this great country, to help you to realize and fulfill your entrepreneurial drive and pursuit. I was very impressed, and I kept telling him all through the conversation, the time we had, that Africa is changing. We have our leaders now who think about the young ones, who are thinking of how to make the operating environment conducive for our young ones to do well. The Prime Minister spoke to me about the tax incentives they are putting in place. He spoke to me about opening up the country for tourism. He spoke to me about transportation, air transportation plans. He spoke to me about the commitment to you all, making sure that those who are interested in agriculture, ICT, and other areas are supported to succeed. He spoke to me about having the opportunity, creating the opportunity to meet with some of you and see how the Tony Elumelu Foundation can support what you do. This is what we expect of our leaders. This is what leadership is all about. For our leaders to know that the future of Africa is indeed in the hands of people like you. Our leaders to know that if you succeed, the country and the continent succeeds. For our leaders to know that in the 21st century, we should not just be talking like politicians or in cliches. We should be talking from the heart with all sincerity and also commit to action what we have said. That I saw and that I experienced in my conversation with your Prime Minister. So I want to say, for me, there's nothing I would say to today that you probably have not heard before as entrepreneurs, but just a few parting shots. First is the journey, entrepreneurship journey is a long journey. It is a long journey. I speak from experience as someone who has been like you at some point before. In fact, I still consider myself an entrepreneur, and that's what I am. Just tell yourself that the journey is a long-term journey. There's no quick fix in this journey. No quick fix. And on this long journey, you make mistakes. You have obstacles. And that is why when Prime Minister talks about power, access to electricity, about transportation, about helping to make you succeed, it gladdens my heart, because that journey, you face so many obstacles. So the more obstacles the government can help you remove, the better your chances of success. So tell yourself, that it's a long journey. 2, for you to succeed on that journey, you have to be disciplined. You have to be very, very disciplined. You have to make sacrifices. You have to save today, conserve, save today, so that you'll be able to achieve your aims. If you make little money, $1, and you spend everything immediately, you won't get there. If you're not disciplined, you'll not be able to stay focused. It's so critical that you imbibe the spirit of discipline. Thirdly, this journey requires a lot of energy, a lot of hard work. When I was speaking with your Prime Minister last night, he told me, he said, our young ones are very energetic. I told him, I said, that is what I want to hear. So this journey, so this is a journey that requires a lot of hard work. Less of luck, more of hard work. And if you are disciplined, if you tell yourself that this is a long-term journey, if you stay focused, if you are ready to make sacrifices, if you're ready to save and defer your consumption to a future later date, you will surely succeed. More so with the help of the government creating the right environment. The Prime Minister told me about tax, about some pay 2.5%, different tax regime that has been introduced. Those are things that will help you as entrepreneurs to succeed. At the Tony Elumelu Foundation, we want to support you. We are supporting some already, but we can do more. We, at the foundation, we committed $100 million to helping people like you across Africa. To date, the plan is to support 1,000 of you every year, give you non-refundable grant of $5,000 each, train you for 12 weeks, appoint mentors for you, create a digital market, virtual marketplace for you all so that you can network and create wider markets for your growth. But we realized that from 1,000 we committed to every year, that we have more applications coming from across Africa. And we reached out to other partners like UNDP, and I'm happy to say that with UNDP we're doing a lot, about 1,000 also with UNDP. That is, in addition to our 1,000, we're doing about 1,000 with UNDP. And just recently we signed a partnership cooperation with UNDP to support 100,000 of you across Africa. So, African Development Bank, we're in partnership with them too, 1,000 a year. The German Development Agency, GEZ, about €1 million a year, and International Red Cross, about €1 million also a year. But the interesting thing is that we have only 19 beneficiaries from Cape Verde. Only 19 beneficiaries out of 7,350 that have benefited from this since 2015. So when His Excellency's office invited me, it's a tough day for me. That's why I'm rushing, because I have an event in Nigeria in 5 hours' time. And flight time from here to Nigeria is 5 hours, so I'm going to be rushing to the event. But when he invited me, I told my team, I said, we have to create the opportunity to honor His Excellency, because this is a wonderful, wonderful development in Africa, that our leaders are taking your future more seriously. And two, that His Excellency is devoting this kind of time to be physically present. And thirdly, that it will be an opportunity for me to create more awareness about what the Tony Elumelu Foundation is doing, especially in partnership with other agencies like UNDP and others. So I want you all, those who need support, you should show interest this year. And those who are not in this room but are listening to this conversation, or your friends who are not here, take the word to them. The opportunity is there. Let them visit the website of TonyElumeluFoundation.org, and let them, we are signing also cooperation agreement with your youth ministry, so that we can do more. We want to see more. There are countries, in fact, 2015, Kenya alone had 169 beneficiaries. Kenya alone, 169. Every year they've been having like that. In Nigeria, it's quite a lot more. So we need you to increase, because I see vibrancy, I see energy, I see enthusiasm, I see success on your faces. So I want you to take advantage of this. Congratulations to you for all the great things people have been doing, but we can still do a lot more because Africa needs you to succeed. We realize that if you succeed, all of us in Africa succeed. And before I leave, I want to turn again to His Excellency and say, Your Excellency, congratulations and well done for all the support you give to entrepreneurs. And to our partner UNDP, Africa needs you and you're there for Africa. Because in the 21st century, we want the world to engage with Africa in a manner that creates self-reliance and not perpetual syndrome of dependency. So thanks for what you're doing. And for organizers of this event, it is indeed, my dear friend, congratulations, you worked very hard to make things happen. It is indeed an opportunity to be here. I will come more. His Excellency has invited me to come a proper investment visit. I will do no less. I will definitely come, and it will be my pleasure to interact with you all again. Thank you so much for this opportunity.